football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Buffaloes kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Takes the handoff. It's Scott. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
The Wolfpack might just keep spinning it after that last one. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative one.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Makes the grab down the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
Splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Third and 3. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. The Buffaloes line up to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The run inside. It's Scott. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air, it's Bailey. Fakes to grab. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down.
I love the third down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on third down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Throwing, Lewis. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. All the way back to the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. They're working that left side. It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Lewis to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
He'll take a deep shot here. Goes high to pull it in. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you've got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually.
Maybe a crease. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffs!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point is good. Coming out with it, it's Snow. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Scott. Makes one man miss. Hits him with a stiff arm. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now on the counter. Might have a chance. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Running inside, it's Gauze. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
3rd and 6 yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Bailey. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Punt is on its way. He makes the catch at the 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. They start the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Got a little space. Still on his feet at the 25. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Colorado. He got a step and just dusted the field. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
Makes the grab in their space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long...
Turning it on! Picks up the first down. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And he makes the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's snow. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Safe completion on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Bailey. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds his tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Ready, go. Gonna look downfield again. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Scott. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. NC State a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Right on the money. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Right on the money. He makes the grab in the end zone.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Perry. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Lewis throws for the tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, score.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half, but you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Here's Lewis. Throws to the tight end. Oh, look, Ma, one hand.
Man, what a catch by the big tight end. They got those big old huge mitts, those big dudes. So nice job sticking it up in the air, and it just sticks to it, makes the nice spectacular grab.
And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Young. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Colorado will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. This is a designed run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. He's got his man across the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the...
Looking deep down the right side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job in coverage on the back end defensively.
Just enough time to get off 1 final play of the half. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's LSU coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And
that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense covering it up, and the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. On the move, it's Young. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Flying out to the left. He's at the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Bucs.
I just love that about this team because right when it looks like the opponent has just a glimmer of hope, scoring a touchdown on the last drive, they just come right back out, David, and they put their foot down on the gas. They put their foot down on your throat. They stay aggressive and score a touchdown of their own.
It's just such an explosive offense, man. They can hurt you so fast. They're so dangerous. Defenses don't know what to do. You're right. Great answer. You give up a touchdown, you go right back and get you one.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Snow. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now after the sack, there is a man still down. And is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. To the ground with the back. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about it.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Can't get him to the ground. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down.
Man, third and long, and this defense is thinking pass, pass, pass. Offense, nice job. They sneak a run in there, kind of catch them off guard. Quarterback keeps the football, gets some yardage, and now makes this fourth down more manageable.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Bucs offense ready to begin this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Throwing. Lewis. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They're dealing with a second and long. Lewis wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. He's in open space downfield. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
He'll try it again. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. He'll do it himself. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He's got it down the middle. There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Trying to run, it's Scott. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit out, sir."
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wilson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Here's Lewis to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He lets it fly. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
You got to be so careful as a QB when you're throwing outside. It's got to be on time. That one a little bit late, and the defender caught it out of bounds. That should have been another interception. This QB's already thrown a couple.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. There he goes. Open it up. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to him. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the comeback is on. Lining up to add another. kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. His own number. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Lewis. For the 3rd time today. NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that.
Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, NC State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Perry. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Throwing, Lewis. Swings it out to the flat. Sweet cut there. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. He's got him. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that 1st down marker. It's 4th down. And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll run the option. Oh, he's got some space. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. On the run, it's Goss. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Snowed under by the defense.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's second and short after a good run on first down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a third and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter.
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. From the red zone, it's Scott. Could be in. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Perry. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Here's Lewis to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Crosses to 30. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. A run for the quarterback. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Works the middle of the field. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, Up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. The option, he'll keep it. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Lewis. It's complete on the right side. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The option look. He'll keep it on 2nd down. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this offense has definitely got to take a second right here and understand, this is the most important play of the game. It's 4th down. We got to get the first down over the clock and the time running. They got to make sure they get a conversion.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. And after that stop by the defense, a productive drive here, a couple of first downs, maybe a score, and they can put this thing away. And he's got plenty for the first down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of a 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Scott. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. On the option, He'll try to get to the marker himself. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. The Buffs now use their third and final timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Hunt is on its way. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Using his feet. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And it's not sexy and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now, and you know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You've got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score. Like you said, Reese, work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looks as if he's going to run it. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.